What's up, people? In this video, I'm going to be going over my troop buffs. I had a comment in one of my comment sections on one of my videos that they wanted to see my buffs on my troops. It says something like, "You've put a lot of work into your account. I'm curious what your buffs are." So let me just go through 3 battle reports and show this one is my ranged troop attack. It's it's a little bit lower than my siege and my mounted. Needs some work. I need new generals, but I'm waiting for the next big event. Maybe they come out with a general pairing for 2 ranged generals. So those are my buffs for ranged troop attack. I don't have a ground march set up. Still working on that. So I've got siege and mounted, which are a little bit better than just because they have the general pairings. You know, my siege has Gunther and Melisande, and then my mounted has Napoleon Prime and Andre Messina. So I'm just waiting that hopefully the next large event will either have a general pairing of ground or ranged. So those are my siege machine attack buffs. This is in the battlefields, and I probably have on 20% damage buffs, and I swapped my monarch gear, so this is with the monarch, the right monarch gear on. And then I just need to show mounted. This is from the most recent battlefields. That we had. Okay, so here's my mounted, and my mounted is doing pretty good. I mean, I'm getting them all. When I level up my Nidhogg to 10, and I swap Nidhogg in, he's gonna gain like at least 100% more attack. He'll gain some more hit point percent too, so that'll help out a lot. And then I think my defensive buffs are overall stronger than my attack buffs. So I have a siege machine wall general William Marshall, and then the Dragon of Thebes does a lot of siege machine attack. But I have pretty healthy in city buffs for everything. I mean, my ground troop attack is lacking a little bit, but most of the stuff is close to 2,500. I mean, my total average is probably a little bit over 2,500 of like all stats. It's probably right around 2,500 for everything. Pretty good. And then my debuffs are pretty good. So what this guy attack with? Oh, this was a mounted troop attack. So on the mounted troop attack, do I debuff? I debuff half of that attack. I debuff half the defense, and then I'm real close on debuffing half the hit points. I need 50% more, 51% more. I need 51% more mounted troop hit points debuff. So that's pretty good. My debuffs are pretty good. Do I have a ranged troop attack where I get hit with ranged troops? I don't know what Ulysses S. Grant is, or Faye. This siege? I don't even know what they are. But I need someone that hit me with large buffs so I can see what my debuffs are. Mounted. This one ranged? Maybe this one's ranged. Well, that's siege. Okay, let's check out that. Let's check out my debuffs. Of course, it's, it'll max out at whatever half their buffs are. So this guy doesn't have the highest buffs. I mean, he's got decent siege machine attack for sure. So I debuff half the attack. I don't come close to debuffing half of the defense or hit points, though. I debuff like a quarter. Okay, and then, but my debuffs overall, so my debuffs overall for mounted, attack, defense, and hit points are pretty good. Siege needs some work. My debuffs for ranged are pretty good. I want to find a ranged hit. That one's ranged. Okay. And this was one of their bigger guys, so he should have pretty good buffs. I think he had like 2,900 ranged, close to 2,900. So for the ranged troops, I debuff half the attack, I debuff half the defense, and then I'm, what am I? That comes to 1930. So I'm only 5%. I was only 5% away from debuffing half the ranged troop hit points. I fully debuffed him, except for 5% of the ranged troop hit points. That's pretty good. So yeah, those are all my troop buffs, troop debuffs, buffs on my my attacking troops. I'm working on my ground troop attack next. I'm waiting till the next consuming return event to re-roll all his gear. But like I just got my 6th piece of Aztec. I just completed that like a couple weeks ago. I got the last piece of Aztec I need. So he's got full Aztec, but I've only rolled on 1% on each item. I've only rolled on because it's free. He doesn't start charging you gems until you lock one, right? So I just rolled on 1%. It's whatever gold percent I got first for ground troop. I rolled on that percentage. So I'll be rolling all that stuff next event. It kind of sucks. Like they gave us super refining. They gave us super refining today, but I think it ends the day before the next event starts. Yeah, it ends in 5 days. So there's like how many days left? Yeah, 3 more days and 3 more days of this event, and then there's a 30-day event right before the next event. So yeah, I won't be able to do super refining, re-roll on that gear when there's a consuming return because I really don't like going over the 8 million gems spent. I want to save up my gems to eventually, sometime in the next year or so, be able to bid on one of those glory subordinate city slots. I'm going to need at least 200 million gems to even bid on one. I haven't ever looked at it. The what I'm talking about, they always have one in the auction house. So every event you have an auction house, they'll have 2 of the subsidies, and the last one would be the glory subordinate city expansion slot, which gives you one more subsidy expansion slot. I've never looked at it, in the last near the end of the bid to see how much it gets bid up. But all the times I ever have looked at it during that day, it's always been above 200 million. So I don't know how much it gets bid up, at the very end. But shit, if you're already at 200 million, that thing could be going for over 300 million. I don't know, so I'm gonna make sure to look at it this time. I'm gonna make sure to look at it near the end of this event and see. But like right now, because I was spending like way over 8 million gems, like earlier on in the game. I just recently started saving and making sure I don't spend gems past the 8 million, and I only spend gems during the consuming gem return. So during the 3-day events, I don't spend gems anymore. But like I almost got 50 million. I almost got 50 million saved. So that's like a quarter of the way to, 200 million, right? So anyways, I'm saving those up over time. Um, I'm also, as far as my ground troop attack, I don't know what those percentages would be until I roll the gear. And I recently worked on my ground troop attack blazon set, but I ran out of dual attribute blazons. So I got 3 of these level 20 though, baby. Oh yeah. I got one of them perfect, I think. Yeah, this one's perfect. Marching ground troop hit points. Bling bling, baby, bling bling. I think I only got like 3. I think I have 3 total perfect blazons. My 2 siege machine defense, my 2 siege machine marching defense ones are perfect. I think those are the only ones. I got all blazon sets done, like attack and defense for all troop types, except for ground, and I only have 2 that are perfect, or I only have 3 total that are perfect. I only got 3 that are 4 times marching defense. I have defending sets also, but I don't have a single one that's 4 times defending. But yeah. Trying to think what else to talk about. There's all stars. So like when you first start out between the 4 between these 4 dragons and Wonder 1 through 3 on the Dragon Cliff, you pretty much don't have a good siege machine dragon. So there's all stars right now, and if I can place in the top 200 of all stars, you get a legendary dragon egg, right? So you can select to summon any of those 3. Yeah, any of those 3. So that siege machine, one's in city to upgrade Thebes, and one's mounted. Siege machine mounted. How much better? Because I'm just leveling up Nidhogg now. How much better is that one than Nidhogg? Oh, it's like way better than Nidhogg, huh? That mounted one's like way better than Nidhogg. Yeah, it's like a lot better than Nidhogg, huh? Should I even invest? Like I'm not even using him yet, level 9, but I already leveled up his talents. Some. Should I even invest any more into Nidhogg? I mean, it's gonna be a while before. Like, if I place top 200, I'm definitely not. Getting an upgrade to Nidhogg. I'm definitely getting the Colton Dragon, because out of the Wonder 1 through Wonder 3 dragons, everyone probably already knows this. But if you haven't worked a siege machine march, or you don't attack with siege machines for some reason, I guess you really wouldn't know. A lot of people, like starting out, they built their siege machine generals or attack generals like last. Um, but like Yeah, starting out, your best mounted attack general is Fafnir, and then as soon as you get Nidhogg or the other mounted one, this actually becomes your only like decent siege machine general or siege machine dragon, because it has siege machine there, but then it also has, yeah, it has siege machine. It has two siege machine things here. So all this dragon has for mounted is this one talent and then one statistic here. All it has for mounted. So as soon as I swap to Nidhogg and I put this on my siege general, I mean, I think it will be an increase. I don't know. It's kind of hard. The because I use Behemoth King on my siege march during battlefields, and he's like pretty good. So I don't know. I don't know how much better. He doesn't have any statistics, and he doesn't have. You can't use him to SVS during SVS because he doesn't have the prevents your general from dying. But yeah, I don't know about in battlefields if Behemoth King would still be better. I mean, it's pretty good. 42 attack, defense, hit points, and it's got the march size. That's pretty good. I don't know what level these go up to. I'm kind of hesitant on leveling it up anymore. I mean, it just needs so much experience, and I want to save the experience I do have if they come out with a new spiritual beast, so I can get it to level 10, so I can do it seals. But yeah, Behemoth King is pretty decent for siege machine just because it has the march size capacity. It has the march size capacity, but it doesn't have the general statistics. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be an upgrade to swap to Fafnir on my siege march or not. I'm just going to do it because I hate having to put a dragon on my siege march during SVS so my siege general doesn't die and then swap it back over for battlefields. It's a pain in the ass. So I thought they were going to do super feeding this event, but they didn't. So next event, I'll level up my Nidhogg. I can finally put a permanent dragon on my siege general. That'll be nice. Yeah, like I was talking about, like some people don't know. Everyone that has all these marches made, they all know. They all know when they got the dragons and when they could put them on the right generals and stuff. But like the next highest guy on our server, he was just telling me the other day. What's this guy? Oh, okay, he wants me to hit some T1s. Someone just killed my T1 troops. He wants me to kill his, fill up our hospitals. But yeah, the next highest guy on our server was like he hasn't even built his siege machine march yet. He said during the next trial of nights, he's got a Gunther that he can fully max out, fully ascend. He's finally going to have a siege machine march next event. This guy's like 10 billion power. He don't have a siege machine march yet. But I don't know how you could play. I mean, the guy doesn't PvP that much. It's always what I hit with first. Siege, then range, then mounted. Um, this guy wants, yeah, she needs to be bubbled. But we can't bubble. But we can't bubble till SVS starts. Yeah, we start doing our purge 3 hours before SVS starts. That's what server leadership has decided on. First it was like 2 hours before SVS starts. And then wait, did anyone kill my camps? No one killed my camps. Dang, no one killed my camps? Okay, but what I was saying was our purge. They do our purge 3 hours before SVS starts. So like it's 2 hours before SVS starts right now. So there we got like, different people assigned that volunteer to do it that are going to be up at this hour. I'm usually not up at this hour because 3 hours before SBS starts is 5 a.m. in the morning for me. I'm almost never up. I could have done it this time, but like if I was in charge, if I was running the server, we'd have server purge 10 minutes before SBS starts. Because every time I have been one of the server purgers, everyone's purged within fucking seconds. Like those dudes that are the purgers, they're watching like hawks, like right when the minute starts for the purge. They want to hit those keeps and steal those resources before anybody else does. Why the hell do we gotta do it for 30 fucking hours? It's crazy. It's cray cray. 3 fucking hour purge is ridiculous. I don't want to start my SVS day 3 hours before the timer, watching for unbubbled. Just like if you got 8 purgers, we got top four nap. You got 2 people in each alliance. Like between 8 people, and then wanting to steal up resources, everyone's gonna be purged within 30 seconds anyways. 3 fucking hours. What are you talking about? They're like, well, during the 3 hours, there's always someone's bubble that drops. Well, if you only got a 10-minute window, there ain't gonna be anybody's bubble that drops. Yeah, if you get a 3 hour fucking long window, someone's bubble drops. So fucking genius, right? It's like a Guinness commercial. Brilliant, fucking brilliant. Oh yeah, really long window. Someone's bubble drops, right? But yeah, I'll probably it's like another hour. Yeah, it's an hour 45 minutes from now. So I'll probably last SVS I started recording like right before the SVS started. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that again this SVS. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen in the first, like right at the start. You don't know which players from their team, like are going out there like as soon as the timer starts and gets on the temples. Or I don't know who I can hit that's on bubble that might have a shit ton of resources. I'm always like getting the plundering resources on video. So it's I think I'm gonna do that from now on. I'm gonna do that this time. I'm gonna start recording like 5 minutes before the SVS starts and just make the video for however long, there's something interesting happening at the start of SVS. There's a lot of dead time in SVS, but the starts the start's always pretty interesting. So I'll do that this time. But yeah. All right, guys. Tune in on the next one.